Allow us to introduce ourselves. I'm Johnny. This is Trey.
What's going on, guys?
This is basically a passion project we're putting together. We've been talking about it for a while.
Long while.
Yeah, basically, we're students of the comic book game.
Yes.
I'm more of the iPad, new school reading kind. Trey is the
Old school, actually go to the comic shop, buy back issues type dude.
which I still don't. He has a bunch of boxes in the house, and I still don't get that. When you can just have an iPad and just read wherever you want.
I let him take it. He's young. He'll learn. He'll learn.
By the way, the point of this show is we're geeks, but we're not super geeks. As you can see, we're wearing our soccer jerseys. Today is a classical day.
Visa Barca.
And by the time this video goes out, there's going to be a winner. We don't know who's going to win.
At all, but
we
you know.
each want our squad to win.
Of course.
Any more background stuff you want to give me?
Well, my expertise in the Marvel Universe actually is along the line of mutants and all things mutant. So basically the X-Men, the Uncanny X-Men, and all of their splinter teams. New Mutants, Generation X, X-Force, X-Factor, Excalibur. I know a little bit, if not almost everything. Now, I don't want to say that, but I know a ridiculous amount about the mutant universe.
And mine is more like a little more the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but also I do read the stuff. You know, I've been getting more into like the classics. Like I'm rereading Civil War. I've read some of the mutant stuff. Like I recently read House of M.
Okay, yeah.
I was interested about that. You're more like the history of X-Men, where I'm more up to date.
Yeah.
Like I know what's going on right now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know what happened in the past.
I'll let you know what happened back in the day, and you'd be like, oh, well, maybe that's because this, maybe that led to this, so, you know.
Yeah, like, I've always told Trey, like, yo, like, this person's dead, and this person's really the bad guy now, and Trey's like, what?
What the hell's going on?
You gotta catch up, man.
And I do. I gotta get the Civil War, and I gotta get, what is it, the Axis? Yeah, I gotta get Axis. Yeah. I gotta figure that out.
So, you know, Spider-Man, they're redoing that joint. And
a third time.
Wow.
You know okay.
What I'm saying?
I really don't understand why they need a third reboot of Spider-Man.
I don't know, man. Like my thing is they're doing this because they're putting him in the Avengers, right?
Yeah.
So it's like.
But I mean, what else can you say in a reboot of Spider-Man?
I know.
Unless you actually just make it action-packed and you have good villains and you actually have them not have ridiculous versions of their powers.
Yeah, I'm a huge Andrew Garfield fan, man. Like I think the movies weren't that great, but he was still a good Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
See, I can't even speak on those movies because I haven't seen them yet.
That's what I'm saying. He has to catch up. But you have seen the X-Men movies, right?
Yes, I've seen all of the X-Men movies.
And where you at with that?
Okay, I've had this discussion with my boy Miguel a bunch of times. I love X-Men down to my core. Like I said, that is where my focus is in the Marvel Universe. That's why I know the best. So I know all of the storylines, all the back storylines, most of the current storylines that have actually gone on with X-Men 2. If I haven't actually read them, I've read about them. As far as the X-Men movies go, the X-Men movies are not terribly good movies. I will say that probably of the original 3 movies, X-Men 2 is the best one of them.
I give it that. I mean, I thought Days of Future Past was pretty dope.
Oh, Days of Future Past was pretty good, but it ridiculously changed up the storyline. They ridiculously changed up Kitty Pryde's powers.
But yo, shout out to us. They filmed some of them in DC.
Yep, you know true that. You know, really RFK Stadium is in that joint if you don't even know.
Fucked it up.
Dog, seriously. But I mean, like, X-Men First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past, while both good movies in their own rights, it's just a blower to call it First Class and not actually have any of the original X-Men in it. Then the one major thing that sticks in my craw about that fucking movie is that you've got Havoc in First Class. Mm-hmm. This movie was set in like the 60s. Havoc is Cyclops' little brother. So why is he now older than Cyclops?
Yeah, there's no fuck that up because look, they're doing that, right? And then freaking, they're putting Cyclops in the new joint. Mm-hmm. The, what is it? Age of Apocalypse?
Age of Apocalypse.
And first of all, it's not even going to be like how it is in the comic book.
At all.
It's going to be in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? They got Cyclops who's going to be like way younger than Havoc. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm assuming it's just going to be like Apocalypse's first, like, the first time he shows up.
And they got the most scrawniest dude to be Apocalypse. Have you seen the guy?
It's going to be all CGI as far as I understand.
Dude, this cat, I'm trying to think of what movie he was in that you might have seen. Have you seen Sucker Punch?
No, I haven't.
He's this weird mustache dude in that joint. But I don't know. He's in a lot of like indie shit.
Okay, word.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you might have seen some of his work.
I'll have to like look him up on IMDb and see if I've seen anything.
YouTube his ass. Yeah, I mean, I like Days of Future Past. I thought it was dope, even though they like changed shit. But like, what movie's gonna come out exactly like the comic book?
That's true.
You know
but one thing that really kind of pissed me off about Days of Future Past is the fact that they didn't actually spend more time in the future, like actually fighting the Sentinels or talking about the future or seeing more of the future. Like they painted this huge bleak story of the future, but then barely showed you any of it.
Yeah.
Everything was again back in the past, like in the 70s.
Like Terminator.
Exactly.
You know?
So I'm just like, if you're gonna talk about a movie being in the future and all this crap happening in the future and them having to go back and stop stuff in the past, yeah, have a good amount of the movie in the past. But I feel like the first half of the movie should have been in the future.
That would have been dope though. But you know, everybody's like freaking dead though. Like who's alive? Like besides Kitty Pryde. And,
There's so many freaking mutants they could have put in that stuff, especially since they don't actually hold on to any type of timeline continuum or anything like that.
He was in that joint for like 2 minutes. He was beast for those 2 minutes.
He was.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm mad they blew him up.
Yeah.
And Blink was probably the most gangster out of all of them.
They always get rid of more chocolate brothers in there.
And, you know, black people never last long in movies. Doesn't matter anymore.
Now Latinos too. We don't even make it to the movie. We
Latinos.
just die before the movie starts.
This month.
You know what I'm saying? What else? Back to Civil War, man. Like, I don't mean to switch topics like that, but like, you know, I'm heavy on the Avengers kind of thing, you know, because I think I'm Tony Stark, and I'm reading that joint, you know, shout outs to Marvel Unlimited where they have like the whole collection.
Truth.
And you know, Namor, am I pronouncing that right? Namor,
yeah.
He's like the truth in that. Like, you know, before it starts, there's this group, you know, the Illuminati, right? And the Illuminati is like basically like figures of each faction, like the Avengers, the X-Men, you know, and then solo dudes like Namor and Black Panther, right?
Yeah. But these are all people that like have really high positions of power or high positions of respect. Yeah. Like I know Xavier's in it, Reed Richards is in it, Tony Stark. Yeah. I believe Doctor Strange. Yeah. I guess the Black Panther was in it.
Yeah. And
Namor.
There is some diversity in that joint. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't Black Bolt in that joint though?
Yeah, he don't talk though.
I know, but Black Bolt don't never talk.
I think in the new joints he talks.
How?
Don't quote me on that. I need to read.
I'd like to see how he's able to talk without destroying everything.
Yeah, I think he was fucking shit. Oh, he whispered. We'll get to that in another episode.
That hadn't been the first time he's done that, but you know.
Yeah, alright. So, but like, I'm rereading this because when I first read it, you know, I was like younger, you know, I really didn't grasp stuff like I grasp it now. And I'm like, yo, like, Namor's the truth. Like, he's like, nah, like, you guys go with this whole, you know, Civil War situation, like, shit will go to hell, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are just gonna go in, like, some crazy, like, it's a bill they're trying to push, where, you know, these superheroes, a lot of you guys probably know, these superheroes register for the government and then become, like, SHIELD agents, right? And, you know, for, like, people like Spider-Man, it's a big deal because, you know, they don't reveal their identities to the public.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So it's like, Namor's like, nah, you guys are just, you know, you go through this bill, it's just gonna ruin shit for you guys. You guys are just gonna go to war. And, you know, I kind of like, yo, he's speaking the truth right now. He's speaking that truth. And, you know, everybody, like, Tony Stark, man, he's my boy, you know, but, like...
He was really hard on that.
He's pretty hardcore in this joint.
I mean, it's kind of, to me, for somebody like Tony Stark to be talking about, oh, yeah, all super beings need to register. Nigga, you're not a super being. You're technically not a super being. Yeah, you've got a suit of armor that gives you great capabilities,
you know why,
but you're not a super being.
You know why?
Why?
Because it's Money Team. And you know how Money Team rocks.
Wow.
You know, he's money team.
Yo, fucking Money Team.
I can't wait for this movie though. You know, this is gonna be dope. They're gonna change some things. You know, like
wonder if the X-Men are actually gonna be in it.
Nothing.
I don't think so.
That
but I mean, it makes no sense that they're not gonna be in it, considering that they're like, their whole thing is against the registration.
Actually, the comic book's pretty hardcore too, because the whole reason why they're pushing this bill out is because this super villain like blows up.
He blows up like a college or some shit.
No, he blows up elementary school, dude.
Oh kids. Wow! Wasn't that general in the New Warriors? Isn't that how it started?
Yeah. So he blows up elementary school full of kids. So that's why it's so hardcore like it is right now. Yeah. So I look forward to all this. I look forward to rereading everything, because Marvel Unlimited even has little side stories for everybody, like X-Men and Spider-Man. So that's pretty dope.
True.
Yeah. So, anything else we want to talk about?
I'd like to talk a little bit more. Well, actually, we'll probably get around to that next time because I don't know if you actually know all the casting for the new X-Men movie.
I know some of it.
Yeah, we'll save that for next time. I'll give Johnny a time to study up on it, but I'm not exactly happy with the entire casting. Like, first of all, I need time to look them up too because I don't know anything about the dude that got cast as Cyclops, and I don't know anything about the girl that got cast as Jean Grey. I do, however, know about the girl who got cast as Storm, Miss Alexandra Shipp.
I don't know her.
Well, if any of you guys are fans of Aaliyah, she's the one that played Aaliyah in that terrible Lifetime movie put on by Wendy Williams.
What Lifetime movie is good?
I mean, I'm assuming there are some out there, but this one definitely wasn't one.
About that. Nah, I know about the other two cats. Well, I know about the one cat, the Cyclops dude, because he was in Mud, and I saw Mud. He was pretty decent, but he looked nothing like the other Cyclops. That's the thing.
I mean, he's not going to.
He's white, is what it is.
Pretty much.
Real, he's white. They just put some white boy in that joint. All right, so until next time, whenever that is, peace out, Girl Scout, like my sister says.
Take it easy. Holla at your boy when you see me in the street.
He's probably going to be at 7-Eleven.